What's going on, everyone? So, reports have came out that Luka Doncic is expected to lead Slovenia in the Eurobasket. Now, you could look at this a couple ways, right? One, you could look at this I don't think it's a great idea for the Lakers, and you could look at it as like, no, this might be the best thing, right? So, let's look at it both ways. Let's break down both sides of it. Now, the obvious concerns is like, playing more basketball, you could end up getting hurt, just coming off injuries, dealing with little injury issues in the playoffs, right? Like, last thing you need is him getting like hurt and then he misses half the season or something like that, knock on wood, right? That's obviously the biggest concern, playing too much basketball, right? Where he should probably take a month off to recoup, rest before he gears up and really ramps up for next season, right? Because you're a Laker now, championship expectations. Right, we're not fine making the playoffs. We're not fine, playing in the first round. We're not fine with, being mediocre. Every year, we want a championship. Now, obviously, you're not going to win every year, but every year, the goal should be we're winning championships. Every year, the goal should be we need titles. And if you're not bringing titles, you're not doing anything, right? Like, that's the expectation, right? So him playing more basketball when the thing that he probably should be doing is resting, gearing up, getting his body right. And then now it's time to start getting into the workout regime, start, working on your strength, conditioning, all that stuff, and then, take it from there, right? That, because again, like he's already dealing with stuff. He's played a lot of basketball these last few years, right? A lot of basketball these last few years because he's played in like the Olympics and the Euro League and the NBA and was in the NBA finals. And then, so it's like, at what point does all that basketball, all that wear and tear, does that eventually catch up to you? At what point does that end up, kind of really wearing them down? Now, the other side of that, because I do think that there is a positive side to that, is pretty straightforward, right? One, the more basketball, the more reps and, just working on his skill and honing his craft. Two, good way to stay conditioned is to be active, right? A good way to keep your pep in your step, and what better way than to play actual live basketball in one of the toughest leagues in the world, right? And you're playing all this competition, you're playing physical, and so now you're working on your conditioning, you're working on all the things you need to work on, you're working on your shot, you're getting reps, you're getting this, you're getting that, right? Like all of those things really benefit Luka. Like, what does Luka need to do? He needs to get in shape. Well, how do you get in shape? You work out, you exercise, you eat right, you do all the things necessary to put yourself in a position to be in shape. Well, Luka playing in Eurobasket, like, guess what? It's him getting exercise, cardio, reps, shots up, working on his game, trying new things, experimenting, right? Working on his court fit, like all the little things that Luka does. So I do think that there are benefits either way. But, again, obviously at the end of the day, it's like, you saw guys, like you've seen guys like in the Olympics, like Austin Reeves. Right? What was one of the big things, right? Lakers went on a deep playoff run, got to the conference finals, and then he immediately went into FIBA, right? And at the end of the season, like he even said himself, dude, I had like no legs. I was gassed, tired, right? Like, because it's just a lot of basketball to play, right? And then, you see like Anthony Edwards, same thing, right? Like you had guys that had their struggles playing FIBA and the Olympics and all this other stuff and were just beaten, exhausted, right? Now, obviously, Lakers just won the gold medal and all that stuff, and you saw all these guys playing basketball and stuff, but still, right? It's like year after year after year after year, you're getting a lot of wear and tear. At some point, does that kind of come back to bite you, right? So I think he should play, personally. I've seen kind of both camps, both sides of the fence. Like some people are like, no, some people are like, yes. I lean more towards like, look, again, knock on wood. Basketball injury is going to happen. Basketball injury is going to happen. Guess what Luka would be doing right now if the Lakers were still, if they didn't blow it to Minnesota? Playing basketball. Little ASMR, right? What would Luka be doing? He'd be hopefully making a deep playoff run. So I just think the exchange is still the same, right? It's going to wash out the same. He'll play the Eurobasket, and then, finish that, take a month off, and then gear up for, off season. Hopefully him and LeBron are kind of working on these. Also, LeBron's probably going to have to take a month or two to rest and recoup and rehab his sprained MCL, right? So like it's not like Luka can just like go with LeBron and be like, all right, look, this is what I want to do. I want to like let's get right into it. All right, let's jump right into us working out and doing the things we need to do. Right? No, like if you're Luka, you're like, okay, well, I can't go work out with LeBron. I could do my own workout and regimes and stuff like that. But what better way to stay in shape and keep working on my game than playing in Eurobasket? Right? Go there, play in that, get reps, get shots up. You're getting exercise, right? He's working. He's gonna be doing cardio and getting reps and working on his legs and getting shots up and all of that. So I think it's good. I think it's something that again, Luka needs, right? Like keep working on your game, keep working on the cardio, get as much as you can. Come back, do the Eurobasket, right? Like I said, if Lakers did what they were supposed to, they'd still be playing basketball anyway. So Luka would still be playing basketball anyway, right? Take, a couple weeks off to kind of recoup, rest, get yourself right. Hopefully he doesn't deal with any knick-knack injuries or anything like that while he's over there. And then when that's all said and done, boom, you jump right into, the offseason and training camp and, preseason and then work on the regular season. And then hopefully he's there for camp, right? Because he's missed the last few Dallas camps. I do think he will be there for camp just because I think, one, it's a new team, first year, right? Like I think he's going to want a new team, right? And Lakers are probably going to have several new guys, several new players. So I do imagine that he's going to want to kind of, put some pep into his step and, be able to play out there and whatnot. But, I think this has its benefits, right? There's always going to be concerns when guys are playing basketball, particularly in the off season. But again, I don't mind. Right. Well, again, we need Luka healthy. We need Luka fresh. We need Luka right. But we also need Luka to condition, and we need him to get in better NBA shape and playoff shape and all that stuff. And again, like what are you exerting more? Doing like little activities here and there, or playing actual games, right? Like again, you can't replicate games. You can't replicate actual basketball. Right. And so now he's going in there and playing because all these guys are going to be playing 100%. They're going to be slacking, and it's not a practice where guys are just kind of doing walkthroughs and stuff like that. No, this is actual, the teams want to win this. Players want to win this. Right. So it keeps Luka spry. It keeps Luka having to keep going. You got to keep working. You got to keep building on your craft. Got to keep, doing the things necessary to put yourself in the best position possible to gear up for the upcoming season, and then boom, we're in business. So I'm all for it. I think so, but as always, this is a discussion. Pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Do you think yes, this is great for Luka, right? Let him get some reps, let him get some cardio, let him work out, continue to build, hone his craft, work on his game, right? Do all the things that we need him to do this upcoming offseason. Got to wait for LeBron to get right anyway before LeBron can help Luka and, the two of them get in the lab together, which I do think you will see. I do think at some point you're going to see Luka and LeBron in the lab together, working their tails off, right? But, there's things that need to be done, right? So I do think that this is good. Do you agree that that's good? Or you look at it the other way and you're like, no, this is not a good idea, right? He's running the risk of injury, or he's running the risk of just, he needs to really kind of focus, diet, do this, that, and the other, rather than, playing in Eurobasket and all these other leagues and all that stuff. I just think that the best approach is playing basketball, get the reps in, right? Do those things. But again, either way, however you feel, whether you agree with me, disagree with me, mix in the middle, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot as we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.